Little Nitro.
Stacked.
If James lost, he'd have to eat a dub.
I'm not doing that. Did you see that clip of Deion Sanders?
You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion.
Let me put some respect on his name. Welcome, everybody. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show. Back at it. It is June 6th. Shout out to D-Day. Shout out to all the veterans who have served. We appreciate y'all time, especially those on D-Day. Producer James is in the mix. It was a huge weekend for me. I've done some things I haven't done since probably 2019, 2018, but producer James in the building. That man in North Texas currently watching the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. A valid and solid, undeniable Dallas Cowboy fan, although he probably won't pick them to win a game this year. Wes Washington, how you doing, sir?
What up? What up? What up?
Man, look, dude, call the Hogs. You are decked out. Look at you.
Oh man, I got on hog socks, man.
You got
It's a
show
big
me,
game, man. We need
show
this game.
me, show me, show me.
Chill out, Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, Hawks. He got hog feet. Dude, I didn't think he would show us. He got his hog, man. Can't show my feet. Gosh, we'll get kicked off of YouTube. Dude, that is fandom right there at the highest.
Dude, I'm a hog fan. Man.
What's the score?
I got 2 out for my teams.
No, that's true. I've seen it. I've seen it a lot. What's the score on that Arkansas game?
4-0 in bottom of the fourth.
Razorbacks leading?
Oklahoma State's the home team.
But who's winning?
Arkansas's up 4-0.
Arkansas's up 4-0. Producer James, how you living? You back in the mix?
Yeah.
How was the weekend?
It's great.
Was it great or was it just
It was good, actually. I stayed busy. Just enjoyed the weekend. Got a little bit of work done Sunday. And, yeah, we're here. It's Monday.
do anything Friday?
Yeah.
You went out Friday?
Yeah.
I figured as much. I had a great weekend. I saw the #1 movie in the country, Top Gun Maverick, a phenomenal flick. We're not here to push the movie, but it definitely delivers. It's not as good as the first one, but it's pretty close. And then there's a twist in the movie. I'm not going to ruin it. There's a twist that you just don't see coming, and then it shows respect. It pays respect to the films, but it'll pull on the tear ducts a little bit. I didn't shed a tear, but man, I tell you what, you get if you remember the movie, if you were born between 75 and 85, it's definitely going to hit different for you. If you're 89, you may have to go watch the movie a little bit. Or if you're a big Aviator fan, like, you're definitely going to love that movie. It's pretty cool. It's a little weird the reason they chose the planes they did, but they kind of talk about it in the film. But go ahead, go check it out if you can't. Anybody seen it yet?
No.
You have not?
I have not seen it yet.
Losers.
But I've heard a lot of people say it's good.
Yeah, it delivers. I'll say that much. It's almost as good as the first, but just the nostalgia kind of carries it for the first one.
I think it's a top movie this year so far, huh?
Dude, it's like pulling numbers.
Yeah.
And I think it's the cinematography. I want your brother's take on it.
I think he's gonna go see it.
I want to see what he thinks about like the cinematography. So just, because he's a graduate of UT film school, so kind of just want to get his take. See what he says.
Joseph, if you're watching, let us know in the chat.
Oh yeah, let us know in the chat if you've seen it or when you do see it. Let us know because I think it's gonna be fun.
Carla says, hi, guys.
Well, shout out, bear down. Big news out of LA. Aaron Donald broken off for another guaranteed $40 million, totaled $95 million highest paid non-quarterback deal ever for a player that's not a quarterback. Thoughts on that? That's got to be just mind blowing. The dude's an absolute freak. I thought it was interesting that Ian Rappaport called him all world. Not all pro, he called him all world.
Well, what's the difference?
I don't know if he's all world. Well, all pro is.
I mean, I don't think it really matters in the sport like football and basketball. If you're all league or whatever, you're all world. Those are the best leagues.
Yeah, NFL is
in
limited.
the world.
NFL is the best American football league on the planet. That's without question.
They ain't even close. It's not even close.
But here's my beef with All World. Aaron Donald, I don't think is the best defensive tackle who ever played the game. I think that's reserved for 99 out of Tampa Bay. And the reason I say that is because Aaron has probably as good a get it off as 99, but I don't think he has the best run support, run strength, run stopping as 99 did, because it was a different ball game that back then. It was like a power back, all-purpose back, different kind of game back in the late 90s, early 2000s, or 90s into 2000s for 99. Warren Sapp, shout out. Hall of Famer, world champion, all-pro, yeah. He had all the accolades, everything, but that's where my beef comes in with Ian Rappaport calling him all-world, but that's neither here nor there. But thoughts on the contract is well-deserved. What do y'all think? Wes? Wes is distracted.
I mean, I got a problem with paying anybody a whole bunch of money because, I mean, how much longer does this guy really have? So
he's
only going to give him a whole bunch of money to play how many more years?
He's only 31.
But yeah, he's only 31, but yet still, man, life in the NFL can end pretty quickly. So you never know what's going to happen.
Have you seen him? Have you seen him train?
When they give him the big, go ahead.
Have you seen him train?
I'm not saying that he's a bum or something like that. I'm just saying it only takes a second to end your career.
No, that's a fair statement, but I think with the way we have the world today, it's a little bit different. I'm saying Aaron Donald is well deserving of the contract. I don't think he's well deserving of the nomenclature, and that's kind of just my difference of opinion on it. I think it's a great deal for him. I think it brings a lot of stability to the Rams so that they don't have any lingering, loose ends in the mix. I think for Aaron, I think it's warranted, and I think he would have walked. He's like, you can pay me the money, or I'm going to walk. And who's to say another team doesn't come in and steal his services for the exact same dollar amount that LA probably wasn't willing to pay?
No, I hear you. I mean, I don't think that the contract is I think it's right for the course. Like this is what the NFL does now. So, it's right for that. But I'm just, I'm old school. I'm the old dude telling you to get off your lawn. That's me still. So I just think it's crazy how much money these dudes get. But I mean, it's crazy how much money this league is making. So why shouldn't they get the money? So
the NFL has locked up a 10-year, $100 billion contract with all the networks, with even more networks to come. We're probably going to see Amazon take over more space in the NFL. I'm sure they're vying for trying to take over NFL Sunday Ticket from DirecTV in the near future. But the more money that comes in the leagues, it only makes more sense for that money to be trickled down to players at the highest levels, especially the elite levels. And now we're kind of starting to see those, 9 figures getting paid to other players that are not quarterbacks. And I think for quarterbacks, we're starting to see, I mean, when are we going to see $1 billion contract for a quarterback? Probably in the next 10 years. What do you think? I think it's in 10 years. $1 billion contracts for quarterbacks.
I mean, what would he have? $500 million right now?
Just under $500 million, but damn, it's sure damn close.
I mean, it just whoever sweeps the league up next, man. Whoever, can because as the league just makes so much money, it's just ridiculous how much money the league makes. So I mean, it's gonna have to get up there. I've seen it happen within the next 10 years. Probably more likely to a quarterback. It's got to be to a quarterback. Yeah,
it's got to be the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers reporting to mini camp today in the mix, in the building for the Green Bay Packers. Any thoughts on the future of how does it look? I know last year, James, we talked about the Packers and how we were going to take it a game by game because we really didn't know what the outlook was for Aaron into the future. But now that he has back-to-back MVPs, 4 overall in his career, 38 years old, doing all kinds of fun things and to clear his mind after the season. I think he's rejuvenated. He has a young receiver out of North Dakota State, Christian Watson. What does it look like for you? Do you think this is going to be? Is it make or break this year for Aaron to go win a Super Bowl? Not to get to a Super Bowl, but to win it.
Oh yeah, I'm tired. NFC Championship, making it ain't gonna cut it for me.
Ain't gonna cut it
Because the hourglass is, time's ticking on Rodgers.
It's dwindling. He said it. He said no.
Right.
At the match last week, he said it himself. He sees the end in sight. Right? He knows it's coming, but he did also praise Tom for showing players, quarterbacks, how to do it late or into their 40s. And I think that Aaron's starting to do some of the similar things as Tom. He's probably changing his diet. We all look, with all due respect, we know Aaron's more on the hippie side of anything. So he's going to be using unconventional techniques. He's going to use probably a lot of plant-based medicines, phytomedicines, unconventional methods to repair his bodies. And it's just going to be something that they're into. It's nothing to take away from, modern medicine, but if there's a better way to do it for your body, then by all means, you got to kind of look into that. But for Aaron, I think it's in his mind now. It's in his brain. You have to really ask yourself, what mental exercises are you doing? You can read all the books in the world. You can have your library show on McAfee all day long every Tuesday. But at the same time, it's like when it comes down to football, crucial time and pressure, like he's got to execute now. And I think his legacy is on the line. And I hope he's aware of it. Do you think his legacy is on the line this year?
I mean, yeah, like I wouldn't necessarily say his legacy is on the line, but I mean, he has an opportunity to add to it. I mean, obviously Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, and he's not gonna equate or surpass Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady.
Right.
But I mean, speaking of like using just Tom Brady's way of going about things. I mean, Tom Brady's been doing that, I feel like, for well over a decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
Aaron's 38. He's right in that window of time. Tom's been doing it since he was in his mid 30s.
Yeah.
But they don't play the same. That's the difference.
That's true. That's real true. Aaron uses his feet a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as the outlook for this season, I don't know, man. We're gonna take it game by game.
Y'all have a favorable schedule because you're playing the NFC East.
Yeah.
So you're No. You're playing the NFC East.
Oh, okay.
As far like your other schedule in division or in conference schedule. So that's a lot of victories. Outside of the Cowboys, those are like automatic wins. So you're gonna have
outside of the Cowboys,
including the Cowboys.
No, outside
Have you
of
seen
the
the
Cowboys.
Cowboys play? Have you seen what Aaron Rodgers does to the Cowboys?
Why don't you pipe down for a minute, Razorback, and we'll get to that in a moment.
I'm just saying, be real.
Just like I said in the intro,
does to the Cowboys year in and year out.
just like I said in the intro, he would not pick the Cowboys if it came down to it. I'm just making it evident. And then when they do win, I'm not saying they will win, but if they do win, it's gung ho back to the Cowboys fandom we go. I'm just saying, Wes, ride or die, my friend, ride or die. Right now,
I think Aaron Rodgers flies James up there to massage that toe, make sure it was good for the season.
That toe story has been kept under lock and key. He's not talking about he won't even give McAfee the scoop. I think he hit it on like a. What if he was having some kind of escapade and the toe got? Just saying.
It's happened.
Hot and heavy one night and. Maybe he got a 4 or 5 4-finger scotches deep down, and
Maybe he had one beer.
No,
2 beer.
He's a scotch drinker.
Yeah.
He ain't no beer drinker. I'm sure he will drink a beer at a game for Minnesota with the Wolves, the T-Wolves, but I don't.
Yeah. Well, as far as the outlook goes, short and simple, we're gonna own the Bears like we always do. I expect us to make the playoffs.
Discount double check on him?
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry,
Owns them.
Carla.
Owns them. And
Carla just lost her mind.
I can hear.
Yeah, I mean, there was thumbs down in the chat when you mentioned Aaron Rodgers. So
it's okay.
Yeah,
we'll talk about Justin too. Don't worry.
A little sweet and salty, but yeah, man, it's. I mean, when you have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, it's sky's the limit. As far as weapons surrounding him, I'm not too. We got to see what these guys have.
You want to see what Watson can do?
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see.
He's not the sky's the limit.
Yeah, I know you're not used to that being a Cowboys fan.
This guy.
It was pretty quiet. I heard them crickets.
Oh, this guy. Just worry about that toe, buddy. Just worry about that toe.
Listen, I think
I
the toe.
hope he's good.
If the toe's long overdue, I think that's been here, gone tomorrow, kind of thing. You could easily say the same thing about Dak's lower leg if we want to go that far, but I don't think we do need to go that far.
Dak ain't the man, you know.
Well, Dak sure got paid like he was the man for the Cowboys. I'll say that.
That's Jerry's fault.
Well, it's your owner.
Yeah.
It's the owner. It's the owner of that blanket you have behind you, sir. It's the owner of the alum where he won a national title with that logo on your chest and on your feet and on your head. For someone who's anti-Jerry, you sure support a lot of the same things he does.
I can't help it. Those are my teams. But I can tell you right now, I mean, I think the Cowboys are going to have to look for a new quarterback within the next couple of years. I don't see Dak doing it.
I think the Cowboys are going to look for a new coach as well, and I'm waiting for him to come out of retirement. Can't wait.
Hard to coach when your quarterback ain't doing it.
Don't worry. Like you said, I don't think Dak's the man either. But if we get Sean Payton in here, a little trade here, a little trade there, who knows who could land in Dallas?
Hey, last time I checked, McCarthy won with a good quarterback. Maybe we
McCarthy, the quarterback won in spite of the coach. That's what happened. Not to mention the defense was ranked number 2 in the NFL that year.
Tomato.
Bro, you ain't winning jack unless you got a top 5 defense. Don't believe me? Go look at the last 12 years of NFL champions. I looked. That's how I know. All the defenses who won the Super Bowls were top 5. So unless Dallas is top 5, unless Green Bay's top 5, it ain't happening, Jack. Just so y'all know. Monitor the stats throughout the year.
Maybe the defense would be better if they didn't have to play a short field so much.
Well, so who are we gonna blame on that one? You gonna blame the punter?
Who do you think I'm blaming?
You gonna blame the punter on that one?
I'm blaming Dak.
Oh, what does Dak have to do with the short field?
Who turns it over? Who wants to pass it every down?
Kellen Moore.
Well, they can take him too.
God.
Yeah, like I said.
Are you a Cowboys fan, Wes?
Sure doesn't sound like
bitter.
it.
What? I'm bitter.
Bro, you past bitter. You scorn lover.
Oh yeah, I am. I am. When you break my heart this much, you know what? Kiss my ass.
Well, the Packers have kind of done the same thing for the past few years. It ain't like it's almost.
It hasn't been this long.
Bro, right. But what I'm saying is that they've been so close compared to Dallas being so far away. And it's the frustrations. I think the frustrations would be even more if you were so close, yet so far away.
So what's worse, being so close or being so far away?
When your fans tell you you're going to the Super Bowl every year and you kind of believe them and you don't even get close, you don't even sniff it, that's got to be a lot worse than expecting. Like the Green Bay Packers fan base with Aaron back there expect to be in the playoffs. There's no, I hope, with Cowboy fans, like, we're going to the Super Bowl, but they're like, we hope we go to the Super Bowl, not like we hope we go to the playoffs. That's the difference.
We hope we get out of the NFC East.
Bro, if you can't get out
of it, slapping these Cowboy fans that think that they go to the Super Bowl every year.
I want to see you do that. I want to see you do that at Jerry World. Show me.
I will.
You full of it.
Because they need to wake up. Wake up.
You full of it.
Yeah, I got problems.
Wes, you ever try to climb out of a dumpster?
Why would I get in the dumpster?
Was it on fire?
That's what it's like trying to get out of the NFC East. Climbing out of a dumpster.
It's a dumpster fire. NFC East is a dumpster fire.
There's no more decorated division than NFC East. But they're having a downtime right now. So whatever, buddy. Whatever. You feel good about yourself, and I hope that toe is good. I really hope that toe is good.
And you better
NFC, your whole life right now relies on that toe.
In the NFC, everybody needs to be worried about these 3 quarterbacks. And it's Tom Brady, it's Matthew Stafford, and it's Aaron Rodgers. Everybody else, they ain't worried about them. They're just not. Those are the only 3 quarterbacks I need to worry about. And Aaron, the only reason I put Aaron there because he's back-to-back MVP. That's it. Other than that, I wouldn't put him in there.
Shit, I think Cleveland fans are pretty worried about Deshaun Watson. I'll tell you that.
Why would they be worried about Deshaun Watson?
24th lawsuit?
Yeah, but where are the criminal charges?
Is he going to play this year?
He has to be suspended.
But you realize once if they do get the criminal charges,
they've already went. Listen, Wes.
What's going to awaken?
Wes, they've already went to court for the criminal charges.
Okay,
in two counties
for the civil charges. If they win that, I'm just saying, just how much stuff is going to awaken. How many people are going to be like, "Oh, y'all going to let this guy play," and this and that.
There's going to be a big. If there's not already an outburst, there's going to be an even bigger outburst. But he's not going to jail yet, unless another county comes up and they indict him in a different county. So far, it's been Brazil. I don't want to get the counties wrong. One of them was outside of Houston, and then one of them was in Houston, which is Harris County, I believe. I could be wrong. Fact check me on that, James.
Harris County?
Yeah. Is that Houston?
Harris County is Houston.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Wait.
Yeah. Harris County is Houston. What I was gonna ask is how come it's taking so long? Like when all of these stories or allegations came out from Deshaun Watson, and we saw one that was filed today, right? A lawsuit.
24th was today.
Why not? Whenever the whole group of charges or lawsuits came, why is this one barely coming out now?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude.
But there could have been there could be women on the fence who didn't want to possibly go through all the legal process, and now they're like, well, now I do for whatever reason. I don't know what it could be, but whatever the reason is, they're deciding to do it now. Possibly.
You have criminal and then you have civil, so you can't do the civil until you do the criminal, right? And then what happened with OJ? Didn't OJ lose the civil?
I don't know, Wes. I'm not a lawyer. All I know is that as of this time, in Harris County and another county outside of Houston, the jury did not indict him. And right now, the civil cases need to be hashed out. But I don't know how long. Number one, I don't know how long it's going to take. Number two, I believe the NFL has already done their investigation and they're going to hand down a punishment. But the question is like, do you hand down the punishment now, or do you hand down the punishment whenever the settlement occurs from the civil lawsuits? And that's the thing.
Because after the settlement, that's why they haven't said anything. That's what they're waiting for. That's why I'm saying that.
Right, but these cases aren't going to. What I think what people want, like I think what the NFL wants, probably Cleveland, but Deshaun doesn't is, and I think the plaintiffs want. They just want a settlement out of court, right? They just want some payday outside of court. But Deshaun's like, no, I don't want that. I want to go to court. And he wants to put everything out there. And so now that's,
don't want to pay.
Well, I don't think it's about that. He could still have to pay even if he goes to court, because he could be found guilty.
Well, he's paying because he got to pay those lawyers.
Yeah, but he just got 200 plus million guaranteed. He's not worried about the money right now. I think what he's worried about is reputation. Now in the public, his reputation in the court of public opinion is like, he's guilty because of the allegations, but he wants to go to court and prove it. And so he gets to have that say, and we're going to find out one way or another, but I don't think he plays until the cases are settled and he serves a suspension, because he's going to get suspended. He has to get suspended.
I mean, it's obvious why Baker Mayfield hadn't made a move or done anything.
Well, Cleveland owns the rights, so they're not going to let him just walk away and then have them. Well, who's going to be their quarterback? Nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows.
Okay, are you really going to do anything?
I think it's Jacoby Brissett. That's the backup. Yeah,
I'd rather go with Jacoby.
Kinda out over Baker, kinda, but Baker's fully healthy now, and when Baker's fully healthy, he's a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback. When he's not healthy, it's a problem. You don't believe me? Go watch the 2 years. Go watch the highlights of the 2 years he was healthy, and then watch the 2 years he wasn't healthy. The reason you have that hesitation is because he was inconsistent due to his injuries.
I don't think he has the same team, same offense.
Bro,
that he did when he was healthy.
Bro, he has Chubb, and he's got Hunt, and now he has Amari. Before he had OBJ and Jarvis. Now he has better receivers, and then not to mention they just signed
better receivers.
You're telling me that OBJ is better than Amari Cooper?
Yeah, healthy.
No.
Yes.
He's a better route runner.
OBJ healthy.
No, you're crazy.
Especially before before he left New York, got injured. Was a better wide receiver, definitely than your boy Amari.
That was also 4 years ago, and that's three ACL surgeries in between that time frame.
I'm just saying, bro.
Okay, I disagree, and that's fine. But I'm just saying, I think there's a better quarterback. I think there's a better wide receiver core there now than there was before, and I think that history also doesn't follow Baker whenever he goes to the locker room with OBJ being gone and Jarvis. I think it's like a new slate, so it's kind of like a new beginning. But here's the thing. They could easily pay Baker to sit on the sidelines and pay him his nearly $19 million and just go about his business like they did Deshaun in Houston. Like, you can work out, but you're not playing.
You think they do Baker like that? Or do you think Baker would take that decision to be like, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to sit out after like what they've done to him? He can't do that?
Nah, because if he sits out, he doesn't get paid.
Also, he can't be like, I'm not playing.
Oh no, they could tell him to play. And he has to play. But they could also say, because do you want the distraction in the locker room? Deshaun's in the locker room. So is Jacoby. So ask yourself the question if you're the team. What makes sense is to put Baker, give him his own room. This is where you dress. You can work out. You can be in the facilities. You have access. But you're not playing. Because remember, Deshaun's the leader.
I just feel like they've done Baker dirty at this point already.
But he hasn't proven to be an elite quarterback.
Yeah, but he's been in the league for how long?
Wrong.
Huh? Hold on, James, go first.
He's been in the league for how long?
He's been in the league for 4 years.
I feel like he's been on a gradual incline. You know what I mean?
He's inconsistent. He has 2 good years and 2 bad years. 2 bad years he was injured, so there's no consistency.
And then followed by 2 good years, right?
No. It was 1 good year, 1 bad, 1 good, 1 bad.
Okay.
They staggered. Wes, what were you saying?
Why would the Browns? Who do the Browns think they are that they could do somebody like that?
Dude,
you should be lucky anybody wants to go play for you. You're the Browns. They're terrible. Dude, I mean, look at the Browns' history. It's just the biggest letdowns of history. Except for Jim Brown, what else do you have? But the drive. Elway has just destroyed your history.
Elway? What do you mean Elway?
What do you mean Elway? When the Browns had their best teams, who hurt them?
You talking about Denver?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I thought you meant the quarterback who was there hurt them. Sorry.
No. I'm saying Elway just destroyed them. In those AFC games that the Browns are just such a letdown.
Right, but you do also understand
anybody should want to play them.
You do also understand the old Browns are not these new Browns. The old Browns are the Baltimore Ravens.
It's the city of Cleveland.
Bro, that's bullshit. It's not the city of Cleveland.
City of Cleveland.
That's like saying the city of Cincinnati was hot garbage for 50 years, and then Joe Burrow comes in the second year coming off a torn ACL and takes them to the Super Bowl, and they're winning with 5.5 minutes left. All it takes is a quarterback, dude. All it takes is a change of scenery. New coach. Nah, bro. You're.
I mean, hey, who beat them? The 49ers, the California team. It's just something that repeats itself.
Well, 49ers was everybody's kryptonite last year.
I mean, look at Houston. Between the Oilers and the Texans, Houston has done nothing.
You watch your mouth when you talk about the Houston Oilers. You understand? Watch your mouth.
Don't blow it against Buffalo, Warren Moon.
That ain't Warren's fault.
Score some more.
It's the coach's fault.
Saying, bro.
Bud Adams' fault. That's what it is.
That was a great team, man. And they had all those wide receivers.
35 to 10 and a half.
You didn't even lose to the starter.
Yes, I know Frank Wright was the quarterback for Buffalo. I know. Well, who beat them the week after in the Super Bowl? Who beat them?
That's right.
Who beat them?
Right.
You tell me.
Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas
that's right.
Cowboys. That's right.
That's right.
Hey, I live in the heyday. You watch them out too, James. I don't care. God dang, it's time for a break. 8:03. Gosh, man, you got me fired up with damn Cleveland. I like Cleveland. I like Deshaun the human. He may be a pervert, but I mean, I don't know. Allegedly, he may be a pervert, but he can play some damn football. And I know I shouldn't think that way, but
Hey, by the way, is that video new where he had a old girl in that maid outfit playing basketball?
did y'all see that?
Did that just surface?
I don't know.
Star? I guess. I don't know.
No, don't.
What
That's
was
not. She's not that anymore. But Mia Khalifa is in Deshaun Watson's apartment, and they're playing basketball on a Nerf hoop.
Dude, once you do porn, you're a porn star.
Let's go to break.
There's no taking it away.
We'll be back.
Just say it.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Paul Rodriguez Show. Getting into the next segment. Old news, but new news to us. Well, somewhat, sort of. We haven't been talking about this subject, but college football drama highly in the mix. Jimbo Fisher, Nick Saban, kind of a beef triangle with Deion Sanders as well. Nick Saban calling out Jimbo Fisher and Deion Sanders for potentially paying players through NIL, which he claims there's a rule that should be followed by the NCAA, which they're going to have a hard time enforcing. But nonetheless, who was right, who was wrong? Was Nick Saban in the wrong for basically calling out another coach and one of his assistants who's recently beat him last year? That caused kind of quite a bit of controversy because it was the backup quarterback for the Aggies while their first QB1 was down with a broken leg. Saban not mixing words whenever he said the allegation that he made against Jimbo Fisher and Deion. But for me, who's more deserving of the beef? I don't know why Saban put Deion in his mouth. For a team of the level and the legacy and the superiority financially of the Alabama Crimson Tide, for him to bring up Jackson State and call out Deion Sanders, I think was just, number one, not appropriate, especially when, Jackson State is D1 AA, like in the SWAC, HBCU. Like, why are you giving them that kind of, platform? You basically did a whole bunch of recruiting for Deion Sanders, or is it all a work? Is it all just a fugazi to get more attention on Saban, more attention on A&M, and more attention on Jackson State? Remember, Saban and Deion have a connection with Aflac, right? Saban and Jimbo have a connection at LSU, won a national title. Now there's this new team. There's two new teams coming into the SEC in a couple of years with Oklahoma and the University of Texas. Doesn't it make sense to create a rivalry with Texas's number one arch rival, A&M, while they rekindle that rivalry? Kind of makes sense to me. What are your thoughts? Do you think this is a work, Wes, or do you think this was just a slip of the tongue and turned into more than really what it is?
Oh man, what I think it is Nick Saban is I think he feels that it's coming for him. He feels like everybody's starting to catch up because he's starting to see these recruits. He's losing recruits to people, so he's pissed off. He's just an angry man.
But it's coming around. Like recently, I don't know if y'all have heard, but head coach Day for Ohio State, he's basically telling his donors, like, we need more money to keep players because the schools with the big banks, Texas A&M, they're going to be able to figure out a creative way to get players that are going to be probably sitting for 2 years to go to that school. Meanwhile, those players could have gone to another university, and they're going to be paying them probably 2 or 3 times more at A&M in Texas than they would be at these other universities. Because now it's a resource game. Until somebody puts some parameters on NIL, and what I mean by someone, I mean someone other than the NCAA, because they don't have any teeth. It's a free-for-all right now. It's the wild, wild west. It's like who can fill their bag the best for as far as athletes. Yeah. And the universities that have the money, they're just saying, who needs some? Who wants to come play? Who wants to be on the bench?
So we gonna need some money, Jerry. We definitely gonna need some money because, Jerry can't even compete with the pockets of Texas. So it's gonna be ridiculous. But that's probably how Texas their only way to win is gonna be. They're gonna have to throw down the money because I feel like I don't know if that's a good job for any coach that wants to coach. So, but I think it's definitely something that Saban he's doing because I think he feels like that. The walls are closing in. He's not dominating like he used to.
So you think
you got Jordan getting better already?
You think it's a real? You think it was premeditated, basically, like he intended to say what he wanted to say?
No, I think he's just fed up because, like I said, I feel like he's not dominating like he was, and now he sees it.
Right.
So he's starting to lose it. He's like, well, don't be so. I mean, if he doesn't win within the next, if he doesn't win a championship within the next 2 to 3 years, because that Alabama fan base is really strong, and they like winning now. They're used to winning.
Right.
They're gonna start yelling for his head, man. Saban doesn't have a huge window. It's lucky that he does win every few years. Because if he goes, like I said, 3 years without a championship, here comes Alabama fan base.
You think that's
lost it.
You think that's a real problem?
Oh yeah, dude. They're just used to winning. There ain't much else happening in Alabama.
No, there's not.
So
but do you
Alabama
think
football is all, and you feel like Auburn's catching up, and if you're losing to Auburn and Alabama, so
yeah, but
he's got to do what he can.
Alabama has not lost to Auburn since Cam Newton was on the campus, but that's neither here nor there. But my thing is,
that's not what I'm saying.
But is the call to action
consistently start losing to Auburn?
Right, but is the call to action for the money? That's where I want to focus on. Is the call to action for the money? Was that intentional? Do you think he didn't make up a story, but do you think he told the story about Jackson State and Jackson State and Texas A&M as a call to action for the donors and the alumni at Alabama to start giving more money so that they can continue to bring in more money? So it was premeditated is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He feels everybody's cut up, so he's got to do what he can.
Right.
He's desperate right now, kind of,
He just came across as like, people are starting to be
desperate.
just as good as him, and so he came across as like he's the boy who he's going to take his ball and go home. He brought the ball to the game, and he's throwing a temper tantrum, and I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go home. Y'all can't play because if I can't play, then y'all can't.
That's what great ones do, though. I mean, Belichick does it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is he'll be left behind. There's too many young coaches who are coming into his conference, to the SEC, and who listen. A&M did it with a backup quarterback who couldn't beat Arkansas. He could barely beat Colorado. How did he beat Alabama?
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
He feels it, but that's why he's this desperate right now.
He's desperate.
He needs something to happen, So, but I don't blame him though. I mean,
I do. He sounds like
but you know what? If he quit right now, it'd be hard to surpass Nick Saban. Like somebody would have to do something like ridiculous to pass him up as the greatest of all time. So I mean, he can walk away from the game. I definitely don't think he'll go to the NFL because, or maybe he'll finally, the dream will come true for Texas fans. Maybe Nick Saban will finally be like, "Hey, I'll come to Texas now that not as good."
I think Sarkisian he's got it figured out.
Oh man, this guy.
Yeah, I think Sarkisian it's because of the money. It's not because Sarkisian, and it's not because of his recruiting. I think it's just the money.
I'm just saying, can he figure out how to beat Kansas?
Yeah.
Can he figure? You think he's got that this year? Is that the deal this year for Texas football? We got to beat Kansas, and then we move on from there. Is that what he has on the whiteboard?
You got to beat Oklahoma. You got to beat Texas Tech. You got to beat everybody on your schedule.
I think he's shooting for just beating Kansas.
Bro, you better beat UTSA. That's all I got to say. You better beat UTSA.
Oh, hey. There's nothing worse than losing to teams like that.
But UTSA ain't no joke. Like, they ain't no scrub. We lost to Texas. They won Conference USA last year. Okay, they played in a bowl game. They did pretty good. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, you may be kind of concerned because the running back at Arkansas just transferred to UTSA. I don't know if you heard. Yeah.
Did he? Well,
yeah.
Well, I'm sure if he did, we got somebody else.
Yeah.
He probably transferred.
Yeah, you ain't heard about that one. Don't you worry about that.
I'm just saying it hurt. Hey, I'm saying it hurts losing to teams like that. We got embarrassed by North Texas, and like that was embarrassing to be a Hog fan walking around looking like this, and you just got embarrassed by North Texas.
But wasn't that team pretty good that year? They weren't phenomenal, but they weren't,
Paul, I will come through the screen and I will shake you.
You too big to come through any screen. This is only 32-inch, Jack. You ain't coming through that.
North Texas, I don't care how good they are. You don't lose to North Texas if you're supposed to be a Power 5 football team.
Well, Alabama lost to University of Monroe in Mick Saban's first year. What's the difference?
Yeah. And I guarantee Nick Saban went into that locker room. He probably lost his mind.
Probably.
And it was, because it's like, I'm trying to build something here, and you lose it to Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah, but those losses build character. Don't you think that any Arkansas coach is going to bring that up? We're not going to be like the team that lost to North Texas. Saban's going to same thing. We're not going to be the team that lost to University of Monroe, Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a catalyst.
Yeah, but and I think right now, your boy Shark, he's like, hey, this year we're gonna beat the Jayhawks. That's our goal.
And you're just rude. You're just rude, bro. You better hope Arkansas don't lay an egg this year in the second year.
Hey, Arkansas is coming to Austin this year, aren't they?
I don't know. Are they?
I think so.
You better hope they don't get rolled up. You better hope they don't get rolled up.
They went on the road this past year, right?
I don't know. I figured if they're going to play Texas, I figured if they play Texas, it'd be in Dallas.
No. That's A&M.
Well,
Arkansas plays A&M in Dallas.
James, can you see if Arkansas plays Texas in 2022?
Yeah.
Yeah, they play them in Austin.
Wes, what's that? You said you were getting us tickets?
Well, I get y'all tickets. Y'all live in Austin. I'm in Plano.
Yeah, but you're gonna be at the game.
Well, in Austin?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, you're full of it.
Nah.
You full of it.
Now they come to Jerry World. Come on, I'm there. All right, yeah. If they come to Jerry World, I'm there.
What's the date on that game, James? Arkansas, Texas.
All I see is A&M, September 24th.
Let's see real quick. Let's see if I can do it real quick.
No Texas. Just A&M. A&M in Arlington on September 24th.
What?
That's all
really?
I'm seeing. Yeah.
Hold on.
Man, I could have sworn Arkansas had to go to Austin. Maybe they canceled it after what happened in Fayetteville. They were like, nah.
Wes, you're looking like you got some kind of coaching position for Arkansas. That little get up you got on there.
Yeah. UT versus Arkansas, not this year.
Why you doubting me, bro?
I'm just double checking. Trust but verify.
Call them. Hogs got another run.
Let's transition to the NCAA, to the NBA finals going on. 1-1, Golden State 1-2, the Celtics 1. Where's Klay Thompson, Wes? What's going on with him?
I don't know.
He's on a milk cart somewhere, bro.
I don't know. He's got real nice tickets though to the NBA finals. You can't beat his seats. But that dude's got to show up, man. But you know what? With him not playing, the Warriors are still not that bad. Even though what the Celtics did what they need to do. What the Celtics need to fix: turnovers. The Celtics are good.
Are there free throws?
If anybody should be worried, it should be the Warriors.
Are there free throws hurting them, the Celtics?
No, it's the turnovers.
Man, because I feel like it's their free throws.
It's the turnovers.
They had a shitload of turnovers last game.
What is that? Is that effort? That can't be effort, is it? What is it?
It's just smart play, patience. Being putting yourself in bad situations. Picking up the ball in bad places.
So just bad luck.
Trying to do too much at a certain time. So it's just, but but the Celtics have actually the whole playoffs they've been bad with turnovers.
I feel like even though y'all are saying that Clay didn't show up, I feel like he's the one. He was like the catalyst that set off when they went on that 3-point shooting spree at the end of the third quarter, I believe it was, because he just had one bucket. They dished it off to him. He was a catch and shoot, which Clay is known for,
right? And
he sunk that one, and it just started. Steph had 2 big ones. Poole had 2 huge 3-pointers, one from nearly half court to end the third quarter, and by that time the game was over. Celtics came out flat. They came out with all their bench players, I believe, in the fourth quarter, and they were like mentally just
they conceded.
Yeah, they were ready to just hop on the plane already. I feel like.
The Celtics, I don't know what they did last night, because between the turnovers and Horford had, I think, a bucket. I mean, you expected some points out. I mean, for his size, for him to get one bucket, that's ridiculous.
Who's that?
Horford.
Oh yeah.
He had 2 points, I believe.
Especially after he showed out in game 1.
Points. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Marcus Smart had 2 points, and I think the Grant Williams, had 2 points. Like, come on, like I mean, dude, y'all call me crazy, but I swear, if you give me enough minutes, I can get a bucket.
In the NBA,
it might be ugly. It might take me a bunch of shots, but I think I can get a bucket. So right. I mean, for those dudes that go out there that are supposed to be Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year, you had Horford, who came out and just hit all these threes in the first game. Like 2 points.
How many rebounds you getting?
I ain't getting no rebound. I mean, unless it's like just a long rebound, I ain't getting in the paint. I ain't pushing those dudes. You know how heavy those dudes are, man.
Dude, you're 260. You're 260.
Settle down, Udonis Haslem. Settle down.
I get what you're saying, but those dudes are big, dude. Like I would look like James once I got on the court.
How did Chuck do it? How did Charles do it all them years? He ain't but 6'6", 6'7".
Oh, if I was younger, yes, of course, I could do it.
Bro, he was getting rebounds.
Point in time right now,
he was getting rebounds in Houston when he was like 48 years old.
Nah, he wasn't that old. Come on. He wasn't that old. But I'm just saying. I mean, I might get one. One might fall into my hands.
You can still
push somebody out the way.
Could you steal one from Curry? You just like jump over Curry?
Shit.
But you know what though? Also,
you didn't answer the question.
This bothered me.
You didn't answer the question.
Yeah, I get one over Curry. Oh, dude. First of all, if I try to get one over Curry, I'm gonna touch Curry. He's gonna fall, and they're gonna call it fat. Because I'm a scrub, and you can't touch Curry. But he can push you, but you can't touch Curry.
But him pushing on you is like a child pushing on dad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would definitely. Curry's too light, so I would definitely probably get a foul on him.
You see the way Draymond was over there clearing the way for Curry like a fucking offensive lineman. Like
I thought Draymond was gonna get kicked out.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
No, it's not, because this is what he's been doing the whole playoffs. They give him one tech, and then they won't give him another one, no matter what he does. It's ridiculous how much stuff they let him get away with.
Dude, eventually.
But if anybody else was doing that, and it's because a few years ago, before Durant went to Golden State, he got tossed out. Cleveland ended up winning the game or the series. And so that's why they've been stepping away from doing it, because they know that they cost Golden State the series when they ejected Draymond.
So what's going to happen? So what's going to happen if Draymond has a tech and then he goes to the ground and he straight up kicks somebody in the lower portion of the reproductive section of the male body?
I think that's what they're saying. They're gonna let him talk or whatever, but I think if he gets too physical, if he gets a cheap shot, then he's definitely gone. If he gets caught with a cheap shot, he's gonna be gone. But I think as long as he's just talking, I think they're gonna let him live with the one tech and not. But he's also got to watch it because after you get so many techs in, you get
suspended
the game too. So yeah.
They were talking about that last night when he had that mix up with who was it, Wes? Whenever his legs were like I don't know, there was a play and his legs was right over him.
They were over his left shoulder when he was on the ground.
Yeah, and then he like threw his legs off, and then Draymond was like, "Hey man, don't be trying to."
I thought Draymond was gonna kick him in the back of the head. That's what I was like. He's gonna kick him in the back of the head.
Well, then if you see when he gets up, he uses his shorts
to pull
himself up.
Yeah.
I mean, and then homeboy said, "Hey, he tried to pull my shorts down," which you can totally see that from his perspective, like he's trying to pull his shorts down.
Yeah, but the Celtic player was like stepping in and like hovering over him.
Yeah. So then they were talking about that because they were like, the altercation's going to be reviewed, and they were talking with who's that lead official? They have him in the booth. Man, I forgot his name.
I know you're talking about that gray-haired man.
Yeah. He was a long-time NBA ref, and they were asking him, "Do you take into consideration the fact that Draymond already has a technical?" And he was like, "Yeah, you do." Do you agree with that, Wes? Like
I don't agree with it because I mean then again, it's one of these things that have changed. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, Dennis Rodman, they didn't care how many takes Dennis Rodman had. They didn't.
Well, I mean, it's a whole new era now.
So like. They didn't consider it. They almost had a shorter fuse with Rodman than they do with Draymond. So they had a short fuse with a lot of the people. I mean, well, like we said last week, Rasheed Wallace got attacked and got tossed for staring at a ref. Staring.
Yep.
He got attacked and tossed. That was it. So I mean, it's a different time.
How are we feeling about Ryan Fitzpatrick retiring?
Fitzmagic.
How are we feeling about help me out with his name?
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore retiring. How we feel about that?
Frank Gore, I think it's about time. Fitzpatrick. I mean,
hey, Frank Gore finished third overall in rushing in the NFL. Hall of Famer, yes or no?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
because for one thing, also Frank Gore was he was a good teammate. He was a good person for the NFL because he was a workhorse, and you didn't hear about Frank Gore.
Yeah.
What did you hear about Frank Gore? But what he did on the football field.
Being a good father, that's about it.
Well, he worked his ass off too.
Oh, he
just played ball.
You 5'9", 200, you're gonna have to work your ass off.
Yeah.
And he was durable. That was the other thing too I liked about Frank was that he showed up and he was gonna be there. But he's Miami Dade 305 made. I mean, he ain't, what it is with those guys, like him and Andre Johnson, they're just introverted. They don't say a word, but they just go about their business.
And those are dudes you want to watch out for. Those are the dudes you don't mess with.
Yeah, you don't mess with the quiet dudes. Nah.
You don't mess with those. Because those are the dudes that once they go off, they lose it, you can't pull them back in.
It's a different human.
Yeah, it's a different human. But those are also those are great dudes. They lead by example. Those are those type of dudes. They're not rah-rah guys, but they're dudes that, they lead by example. They're on the field. They're probably one of the last dudes to leave the weight room, last dudes, to leave practice. That's the way they did things. And those are the type of guys you want on your team. Boo.
What do you think about
just hit a home run?
What do you think about Fitzpatrick retiring? How do you feel about that?
Man, 17 years in the game. Great off of the bench. If there was a fifth man in football, he would be it. He'd be the fifth man.
Sixth
man. Sorry.
You mean 12th?
No, we're not stealing thunder from Aggies. I'm not getting into that with them and the Seahawks. I think for me, a lot of what Ryan Fitzpatrick was just inconsistent. Like he was great enough to get you to the playoff game, maybe get you a victory, but you'd come back the next season, especially in Houston, then he would just be a dud. And I think it's just inconsistency with his play. But if he's coming off the bench, if he's gonna spell a guy who's injured, he'll win you games. But to me, it's like Nick Foles. he'll go win you a Super Bowl, but he can't be your franchise quarterback. He ain't built that way. He's built to just give you enough for a few victories, get you through the end of the year, and take it onto the house. Love the swagger though, like especially in Tampa Bay. He had some good swagger as he was like leaving the team.
Yeah, they said that he borrowed that post game presser that he did after he went off. He did. I think he threw for like 400 or 500 yards or something like that. That he borrowed that outfit from Deshaun Watson, or at least the top half of it, because then he was giving that press conference and not Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun was right there on the side and he was like shirtless, and I saw a thing. It was like, yeah, he borrowed his post game presser outfit.
But how would he be able to fit in that jacket though?
I don't know. I mean, he didn't have it buttoned up all the way. He had all this taco meat hanging out.
But dude, I think all the thing he borrowed from Jackson was a chain. Them Cuban links look, they didn't look right with. It's like, where did he get? Maybe the sunglasses and the Cuban links. I don't know about the jacket though. It was too bedazzled for me.
So, fun little stat. It said, according to Spotrac, approximately 82 million earned by Fitzpatrick, and he is the highest earned former 7th round pick in NFL history.
Where did he play college football?
One of the Ivy League school.
Throw one out there.
I don't know, Yale, Princeton. I don't know.
No. Harvard.
Colgate.
yeah, there you go. I didn't look it up. I was looking it up, but I remember I saw some stuff like that. And he actually secretly likes when people bring that up. Is what he said.
Well, wouldn't you? I mean, he's probably the most. He's probably the most well known. See, there he goes. There he goes, Wes. He's got to get one every show.
It was just one, but it wasn't like.
I think he's been trying not to.
He's been calming it down a little bit.
There's no way he's been this far into a show.
But it wasn't like a useless one. Like,
that's true.
I tried. If y'all hadn't warned me before, but would you do this weekend? Oh, fucking win out or fucking.
He's getting them in now. He's getting that. He's working that jab now. He's like hop, 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 hop. It's like, oh, y'all wanted to say something.
I knew he was trying not to do it.
Yes, we called that.
How did that work? Because you just like had it in your mind. And you're like, I'm not gonna say it.
He was like, well, I'm not gonna talk much then, unless I bring up something Packers worthy or something like the NBA he was gonna get into.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, best fucking quarterback in the league. Let me tell you.
I need to have a button over here I can override his mic.
But off the rails, it gets really bad.
Yeah. Well, speaking of off the rails, let's get into a break real quick. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about this new startup, Saudi Arabia funded golf tournament that apparently many people are leaving to go, and I'll talk a little bit about it of what I know. It's pretty interesting. Apparently, if you go play for Live, you can't play in the PGA anymore. Talk about that when we get back. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get into a little bit of golf talk. Won't spend too much time before we get off the rails. New Saudi venture coming, backing up new talent, stealing it basically away from the PGA Tour and offering some handsome appearance fees. According to multiple sources, Dustin Johnson, a notable name on the PGA Tour, has switched alliances and joined with Live and possibly a next. We good? One, we good. Are we good? Can't hear. Okay. Apparently, Wes is saying he can't hear. James is saying he will in a minute, which is okay. So I guess we'll just kind of keep on moving and trucking as we get that kind of settled in. Y'all just give me a thumbs up whenever that is good to go, because other than that, I'm just going to keep talking about Live, and to basically talking about how and who and where and how much money potentially they'll be ending up getting while we're doing this. What are we talking about right here? James, do we have Wes?
Yeah.
Wes, we doing? How are we doing?
I can't really hear you, man. You sound like the teacher off of Charlie Brown.
All right. You want to redo the connection? Let's go ahead and get it redone.
You sure, Wes?
Can you hear?
I got sound, but it's just I can't understand it. I can't understand sound.
You probably can't understand the words coming out of my mouth.
A little bit better.
A little bit better. Come on, James. Do it to it.
It should be good.
Are you, Wes, can you hear me? All right, let's go ahead and take a break.
Like I say, I got sound.
Let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll fix it and get it back online before we do that.
All right.
All right, we're back. I think we got things figured out with a little technical difficulty. Wes, you got me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, sounds like a plan. We'll get back into it. We were talking before we left to break to get that little technical difficulty figured out. We were mentioning Liv and how it was going to be impacting the PGA Tour and players from the PGA Tour, but this is a Saudi venture that's kind of being headed up by the big oil money out there with those folks, and they're basically saying they want to bring talent from the PGA over to Liv, and it looks like there's going to be their first competition is going to be in London. They don't have any big broadcast partners yet, and I think the reason yet is because they want to kind of see if, number one, can they put on a competition? Can they pay their people? I don't think that's the problem. So Liv went out and partnered with Facebook and YouTube, so you'll be able to see their coverage, their broadcast, pretty much the same way you see our broadcast on social media. So
Live.
I don't know what the acronym stands for, but it's basically a new golf venture that basically they want to use players who are on the PGA that have notable names and bring them to this competition, this new tour, this new golf tour.
So my next question was, do you think that players from the PGA are going to want to go over there? But then I kind of answered my own question in my head because they got big money over there.
Well, here's a new report that kind of came out like within the last day. They offered Tiger Woods a 9-figure appearance fee.
Just to show up?
Just to show up. And he said no. 9 figures.
Ooh.
And that's saying a lot. And I'll tell you why in a little bit.
How rich you got to be to turn down 9 figures?
But Dustin Johnson, who is a notable name, has been guaranteed $125 million just to show up, not to win, just to show up. Well, Tiger Woods on the tour last year made 121 million that he had to like earn through the tour, not with deals and sponsorships, not like that, right? So Dustin Johnson just to go appear at one live event, and they're not saying you can't play golf anywhere else. They're just saying if you come show up, we'll pay you this much money, and then you'll have an opportunity to win, basically, a few other million, and the purses are going to be like probably 10x the PGA Tour right now, and there's a limited number of contestants. So I think the live is only going to bring over about 50 players. The only consequence is that the PGA has contracts with the players. And like in the contract, it says like you can't participate on tour anywhere else except PGA. So the consequence is if they go play here, they're just not going to renew their contract with PGA. So they're basically saying if you come over to live, you'll make more money. You'll probably make more in endorsements, but you won't have the notoriety of playing for the PGA. And now it's like a cat and mouse game between live and the PGA. And here's the thing. What do you want to do? Do you want to have less competition and possibly make 5 to 10x more money? And maybe an appearance fee if you're like Dustin Johnson? And like other notable names that are going over there are Louis Oosthuizen. I think he's South African. Kevin Na, Sergio Garcia. Who are some other ones I can think off the top of my head? Dustin Johnson, of course, I've already mentioned his name. And there's probably going to be more.
Mickelson?
Well, that was the one I was going to say for the end. Recently, just in the last day or two, Phil Mickelson has agreed to go over to live, which I think is a monumental steal. They're like, if we can't get Tiger, let's get Phil. And I think they wanted both of them, right? That's pretty much the face of golf for the past, 15, 20 years, where those two guys. And now, if they're paying Dustin Johnson $125 million to show, they're probably paying Phil $250 million. You would have to think $250 million.
Yeah, they paid him a ridiculous amount. But I just don't understand. They're not playing regular golf; they're playing some weird stuff.
Yeah, they're going to be playing different games. But here's the thing about it is you go play in maybe a different style, maybe a different game of golf. There's multiple games of golf, and you're going to be making buku's more money, and you're having less competition. And so it kind of just makes all the sense. But here's the thing: is you lose your PGA Tour card, right? And it's well, if you're on the back end of your career, who really cares? You're going to be making a lot more money. But here's the thing: it's like a cat and mouse game. If live survives, and they're playing with Saudi money, so they're probably going to survive. If they get on TV, then it's going to really, I think, change course for the PGA. They're going to try to have to make them some kind of partner, some kind of something to get them so that live doesn't basically destroy the PGA. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah. And so you kind of ask yourself, why doesn't the PGA just want to bring these guys in? And it could be a multitude of reasons. None that I can really think off the top of my head. But you got to think about this as golfing. Well, I don't think they're going to have anything in Saudi Arabia. Maybe no, it's too hot. It's just way too hot. And when I say hot, it's 120 degrees during the day.
Is there any grass over there?
Oh, dude, they have oceans. They have beaches. Yeah. They have enough money to do whatever they want. That's not the problem. The problem is how do you control the temperature? That's the tough thing. And so I think a lot of their probably competitions are going to be in Europe, and they're going to try to find different. I bet you they try to find different courses in the United States, private courses. And they're just going to say, look, we'll rent your course out for $25-50 million. Mar-a-Lago. You could definitely something like that. Something where somebody doesn't have a PGA stronghold. Those types of things. And there's tons of them. There's tons of courses.
So I was reading that it wasn't the play over there it's not going to be points aren't going to be recognized by the World Golf Organization or whatever.
Who cares?
Yeah, but nobody cares about that.
It's all about the money.
Yeah, for sure.
It's can you get on TV? Well, if people are going to watch it on social media, and we know people, and we know social media can pull a lot more viewers than cable because it's streaming. You can tell the broadcast networks to go kick rocks.
Golf TV.
I mean, golf TV is PGA all day long, you know. But as soon as one of the big 4 or 5 get it, Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, ESPN, as soon as one of those get into it, PGA is, and right now ESPN and PGA are locked up together. So if Fox gets into it, I think that would be a huge win for Liv. But, you know, that's your golf story for the moment. I mean, Tiger Woods turned down 9 figures. That's ridiculous. And the reason I find it ridiculous is because, I don't know if y'all know this, but in 1997, Tiger Woods was supposed to compete at the Masters. And there were people who were boycotting him not playing at the Masters because of what he looked like. And to me, I just don't understand why Tiger would want to, you know, maintain his allegiance to the PGA. Because the PGA could have easily just told all those people, like, we're going to do, maybe they did. Maybe that's why he's choosing to keep his alliance with the PGA, because the PGA said, no, he's going to play at the Masters. One way or another, he's going to play. And then revolutionize golf.
Yeah. Now just looking some stuff up. So it says in March, despite the PGA Tour threatening to hand out lifetime bans to players who defect to a rival league, Live Golf announced a schedule for an 8-event, $225 million invitational series beginning at Centurion Club in St. Albans on Friday. Live is a Roman numeral for 54, which is the number of holes to be played in each event. It also refers to the lowest score a player can shoot, where they to birdie every hole on a par 72 course.
There you go.
Yeah. Due to the PIFs, what does that stand for? PIF?
No clue.
Okay. Due to the PIF's link to the Saudi government, with Crown Prince Mohammed serving as chairman, Live Golf has faced accusations of sports washing. Yeah, they're just not down with it, you know.
Yeah, PGA is not
obviously.
down with it. No. It'll be interesting to see how this kind of fares out. Like, they don't have the superstars. Like, Liv doesn't have the superstars, but they got a couple names.
They're trying to buy them.
Why not? I mean, why not? If you got the money.
What's the driving force behind all of it? You know what I mean? Like, why?
The Saudis?
Yeah.
To soften their image. So I really believe it's to soften the Middle Eastern image. That's what I think.
But at the end of the day, it's golf. So who wants to watch it?
Bro, a lot of people watch golf. Like, if there's nothing going on, I'll watch it.
I used to work at a golf warehouse, and let me tell you, there are, like Paul said, a lot of people.
Listen, Wes, let me listen. It's not football, right? It's not football. But last year in 2021, golf doubled their revenue. Like, the industry, they doubled it. It went from 1.6 billion to 3.1 billion in revenue.
I'm just saying, I almost went to sleep just y'all talking about golf.
You were the one who brought it up.
I know. I regretted it immediately.
You ain't never golfed, Wes?
I play Golden Tee.
He does that putt.
Peter Pan putt.
You do Peter Pan putt? You do Top Golf, though, for real question?
I mean, I've done putt. I haven't really done Top Golf as much as I went up there and hung out while people were doing it, and then I hit a couple of balls, but I never played the games or anything like that.
I've never been to Top Golf.
Nah.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I played Golden Tee. Used to play a lot of Tiger Woods back before they killed his game.
Who killed his
video game?
Hey, just an idea for next year's Recon Athlete Christmas party.
On PS2? You talking about Tiger Woods? Yeah, you're right. Tiger Woods PS2?
Yeah, I think that's what we played it on.
Dude, that was
PS2.
That game you could play all day long. That was a fun game. And we're talking, dang, Wes, you're talking about like 03, 04.
Oh, dude, I'm just saying, Tiger Woods, the game was good shit.
I mean, look
that
at
means Wes, you were like what, 26, 27? Shit. Yeah, it was 20 years ago, dude.
I can't remember. No, they had it after that.
Well, I didn't. Dude, I haven't had a game. I hadn't had a console since PS3. What you talking about?
They quit doing it when he got that when an old girl beat him up or whatever, because all that stuff came out about him cheating.
It would be a scandalous. That's why.
Carter Johnson,
so
snooze
that's
emojis in the chat.
Yeah, Wes, it's your fault. Snooze emojis. Let's get off the rails a little bit. Let's get into some crazy talk. What talk are we getting into? Top Gun is legit. Y'all jokers need to go watch that movie.
Yeah.
Good.
Look for all you people out there. Monica Barbaro, legit.
Who?
Monica Barbaro. Yeah, you watch. Yeah, she legit. Miles Teller, dude. Miles Teller plays a key role in the movie. You need to go watch. He does a fantastic job in his role, and of course, heartstrings get pulled on a little bit in the movie. Y'all gotta wait for. There's like 4 twists, and they're good. They're good. They're like there's like 4 of them. Mm-hmm.
But to get the twist, do you have to watch the first one?
Nope.
Oh,
that's the crazy thing. You don't have to watch the first one.
I'm probably gonna watch it just to be a contributor to the show.
Watch the new one or the old one?
The first one first. I don't want to go in and just watch.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. Yeah, you gotta watch the first one.
Dude,
first.
watch the first one the day before.
Okay.
The day before you're gonna go watch it.
So it's fresh.
No, because you don't want to watch them back to back. It'll be too much. It'll be like, this is stupid. But if you give it a day, no, because you'll be overloaded.
Yeah.
And then that music, dun, 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 dun. Dude.
The first one was great. Not great. The first one was okay, but like
You said
it was
great,
great for,
and then you took it back.
Just the lines. Like I mean, we say the lines all the time in the movie, but it just went really downhill after Goose died.
That's an important part of the second movie.
Wes, Carla's asking how your neighbor is. And then Mingo said you probably dated her.
My neighbor? Oh, stop, dude. Don't get me started with the neighbors.
Won't you be my neighbor?
I'm starting to meet some of the neighbors. It's kind of.
Oh yeah, you don't have the same neighbor that you had before, right? Because you moved.
No. I got the same neighbor. She's
the nosy neighbor.
I mean, the one up top, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I've met some other ones that hadn't been great. I don't know.
What
they
if
all
you
seem kind of nosy.
What if you saw her leaving her house and she was like draped up in Arkansas gear?
Oh man, I can tell she's not a sports fan. So what if? But no, she's an Arkansas fan.
Bro, you're a hater, dude.
I still feel to hang out with her.
Hater. You got that? You been sipping haterade or what?
Dude, I'm just a person. I like to hang out with myself.
You're an introvert.
No, it's another dude. He's a Maverick fan, but like he sees me, it seems like he's just trying too hard.
Gotta be a dude.
It's just like, dude, you gotta chill out.
Is he a brother?
Calm down.
Is he a brother?
No, he's not a brother.
Is he light skinned? No, it's important I ask because dudes like to overcompensate.
I think he is actually has a Hispanic background.
How do you know? We don't all look alike.
Huh?
Yeah.
Because his name is Jose.
That he could be Brazilian. He could be Brazilian, my friend. He could be Spaniard.
Oh, Spanish background. Sorry.
That ain't the same. Spaniards and Texans ain't the same.
So how's your neighbor?
I'm just a Spanish guy. I mean, she's fine. She ain't been bothering me.
Is she now? Now she fine.
But I have to ignore her though. Like I look down all the time because she's above me, so I have to like look down and make sure I don't look up, even though I know she's up there, and so she can't see me. So if I don't make eye contact, she won't talk to me. But if I make eye contact, then it's over.
What are you treating her like a dog? Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
What's she doing down
Dude,
there?
I don't try to make eye contact with any of my neighbors. I know. I try to keep it.
Dang, Wes is just all hoity-toity.
Imagine if I was his neighbor. Jesus.
But, oh, they might be watching though. They're probably watching now. So
they watch you.
Sorry, guys.
That's right. They
when
watch.
I see me outside, don't talk to me.
God. He's the biggest hater, dude.
I'm not a hater.
You are. You treat.
That's not hating.
You treat. You can't even be friendly with these people. You just off the jump.
Dude.
You're like.
I'm a friendly person.
No, you're not.
I try to act like it.
You're not friendly to your neighbors.
Oh, I'm just a person that I like to keep my privacy. Like I hate going to work out and people talking to me. I have my headphones on.
Sounds kind of like.
If you make me pull out my headphone, oh, I hate you.
How do you think Tony Dorsett feels?
Me and Tony don't do that. Me and Tony have that respect.
bro. Shut the. Shut.
We don't bother you.
Shut,
We had that
shut
respect.
your
We
ass.
speak with our eyes.
Was
Me and
this
Tony speak with our eyes?
before or after you asked him for an autograph?
That's all you need. I didn't ask him for an autograph because me and Tony got that respect.
Inside,
Like, we
inside,
recognize.
inside. Wes is like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, you a fangirl and like a mother when you first saw Tony out there.
Nah, dude, I kept it inside.
That's what I'm saying.
Inside, but like when he walked by and we made eye contact, I didn't like scream like a little girl. I just gave him the nod. You know, what's up, Tony?
While you were putting an extra 10 pounds that you couldn't lift on the rack.
And now Tony in his mind is thinking, who's this dude in Arkansas gear? Like, do I know him? Have I met him? Like,
dude, anytime James, anytime you want to have a curl off, let me know. Bro.
Come on, man. Why you picking on me like that?
We can start at the whatever you start with, the 15s. We can start at the 15s.
damn. What James? What would you start with, James?
Man, I haven't lifted weights in forever,
40s?
dude. What are we talking about? Like dumbbell
James,
curls?
I'll make
Like
it easy for you.
No. Like hammer curls. No, Wes, go ahead, Wes. Go ahead.
James, I'll make it easy for you. You only got to do each hand once. So you just lift the one dumbbell. So you got to do right, left, and that's it. And we'll go all the way up and be the first one to quit.
we'll start at 20.
You're stupid. You should start. You should start at 1.
20?
You should start at 1.
All right.
You can start at
Doesn't
20.
matter where you
I mean,
start.
look at the. I mean, I can't see him, right here. But I mean,
Dude,
this guy is what 6 something.
6'6". What you 6'6", 250?
It's just being a bully at that
65.
point.
Yeah, but he ain't got.
No.
But he got chicken legs though. He got
You
chicken
started
legs.
it. You said putting that 10 pounds that you can lift. And all I'm saying is,
Yeah,
all
but
right,
I'm talking
big
about
boy,
you trying to
since you lifted that much
impress
weight.
Tony Dorsett. I'm not talking about a competition between 5'6" me on a good day, and you 6'6".
Dude, you're a straight foot taller than James.
Size don't matter when you're lifting.
That's true. It doesn't. That's very true.
Smaller people actually might have an advantage. These long ass arms. You think how far I got to go for a bench press?
We ain't talk. Well, bench press you may not have an advantage, but in the curl you have an advantage. You ain't going that far.
We'd have to equate it out by, you step in a mile road and we go running. You know what I mean? Run a 5 or a 10K.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you beat me in that for sure.
There you go.
You beat me in that for sure. I mean, especially when you're talking miles.
he ain't even talking about. He's talking kilometers.
Get you like in a 200-yard dash or something.
Got that endurance, Papa.
I don't have it. I'm not a long distance runner. I used to run long distance. I was pretty good. I did a pretty good mile. I ran my fastest time in a mile. I think at the meet was like was it 4:45?
Yeah, I heard you don't last long.
Wow, I don't even know what to put with that. Hey, it's a competition. Who gets there first?
No, it's not.
Better try harder.
No, it's not. It's not a competition.
She better try harder.
You in the wrong sport, sir. I mean, you ain't even in the right game. You may need to respawn to a new one.
It's a sprint.
You guys into Star Wars at all?
Nah.
Wes? I know Wes ain't into Star Wars.
I'm in the first 3: Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
He's into the ones from the 70s. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are actually 4, 5, and 6.
See, I knew you gonna mess with him.
This guy.
I mean, it is.
It's true.
It's all about that Han Solo, man. When the other ones, they didn't have Han Solo, but then they brought him back, right?
Why were they kissing? Why were the brothers and sisters kissing each other? James,
Why?
Why?
'Cause they didn't know they were brothers and sisters.
I'm just saying it's weird.
Yeah. Well, actually, Han Solo is in the other ones, but I was trying to talk to this guy at work because they came out with the new Obi-Wan series on
I heard about
Disney
that.
Plus. It's actually very good. I just got done with episode 1 last night.
Yeah, I'm just not paying for it.
And Yeah, I had to go to bed. It was like 1:30, 1:45.
You had to go to bed.
Well, I get up at 5 in the morning.
But that's just funny that you made that acknowledgement there. Like, I had to go to
I
bed.
went to bed like at 2, so I got like 3 hours of sleep. And I wanted to watch another episode, but I was like, fuck, I got to get up. Yeah, that's how I was. And I was like, I had to force myself to go to bed. So,
Fiending.
so I was talking with this guy at work, and I was like, hey, you're a Star Wars fan, you know, trying to strike up a conversation. And he was like, yeah, I'm with, you know, the 70s and the 80s ones, but they just ruined the franchise after that. But the episode 1, which is, you know, the very first one before the 4, 5, and 6, I thought those were pretty good. Episode 1, 2, and 3, which tell
you were like 13.
Yeah, they tell. No, I'm gonna go back and watch them actually, because my girl was like, I started Obi-Wan, and we're the type, you know, we like to watch shit together. And she's like, oh, she's not Star Wars, and I was like, you gotta get, I was like, you gotta get into this shit, man. And it has a love story tied into it, you know, so that's how I trying to pull her into it. So we're gonna go back and watch those, and I'm gonna put off Obi-Wan for whatever reason. And so they're good, but the later ones, like 6, I think it's 7, 8, and 9, I don't really care for those, because those are all taken over by Disney, you know, because George Lucas sold his
Sold his soul to the devil.
Yeah, he got paid too. I would have done the same, but yeah, that's what I'm watching right now.
Yeah, I'm not watching any of that. I'm watching college baseball and Top Gun trailers. Bro,
Still?
I was watching, dude.
Still,
Bro, have you heard Lady Gaga's song, Top Gun song?
No.
Bro, beautiful. It's a classic.
What am I watching? I just finished Ozarks.
Oh, I did too. I watched it. I finished it over the weekend. Ruth, not
guy.
Ruth.
Coming from the guy that watches
Duck Dynasty.
Come on, dude. You have
That's
no,
all those
you have no
cheap ass
credibility
duck
in
call sound.
talking about
Cheap.
watching shows.
Cheapest duck call is like $30.
You got one on the way, don't you?
I don't actually own any. I don't hunt ducks, so I have a duck call. I don't have any.
I figured just because you were such a big a fan, you'd sit there, watch the show, and what noise do they make?
And then I just finished the latest season of
Ozarks.
Stranger Things. I like that. It just brings back the old days. It gets that what do you call it?
Nostalgia.
It's like in the like an 80s vibe, isn't it?
Yeah. It was 80s.
Yeah, we started watching that like a year or so ago.
I think like early 80s.
Yeah. Got like,
but like it's just the stuff that I remember doing and having to do as a kid, man. It's always fun to.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying because everybody is watching it, and that's all I see on my Facebook feed: Stranger Things, and I'm like, I'm just not with it. I'm not up to date with it. I'm not gonna watch season 4 because I'm still on season 1, but I will watch it eventually. But I'm just not into it right now, so it's kind of annoying.
Don't know anything about it.
What do you watch that's current?
I thought you were a sci-fi guy.
I am.
What do I watch that's current? Lots of YouTube. Just a lot. Like, I have YouTube channels. Like, unless I'm watching sports, probably watching YouTube or watching music.
You
like
watch Cobra Kai?
Concerts on no, not Cobra Kai. That got taken over by Netflix. But no, just a lot of music. Concerts online that are like free. Just with different music. That's what I like.
Yeah. I drove to a concert the other night. What you call it? Kenny Chesney. I'm not a big country fan.
You own a pair of boots?
Do you think it's tractor?
Do
you think it's tractor
I don't own
sexy?
a pair of boots, but I mean, I would like to own a pair of boots, but I'm still not gonna listen to country music.
Do you think it's tractor sexy?
Is that what he sings?
I'm asking you.
I don't think a tractor is sexy. No.
No, his, not mine. I don't have one.
I don't know what he sings. I couldn't tell you what he sings.
Why'd you go to that concert?
No, I wouldn't. I drove my boss to the.
Oh, okay.
So your boss listens to country.
It was at Texas Stadium. He was all excited about them and some group called Old Dominion.
Old Dominion, yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't heard any of their songs. Should
expand your musical genres.
I I don't do country.
Why not?
I'm just not a fan, bro. And I mean, I've girls have not dated me because of this, but
You don't
I
like
guess I
Charlie
didn't.
Pride?
I mean, I'm not gonna go to a country concert. I'm not gonna go to a country bar.
Why?
I'll just put it that way. Because I'm me. I don't know. I'm just not gonna do it.
If you go into a country
I'm a
bar,
grown ass man. I do what I want.
you go into a country bar decked out in Arkansas gear, they're gonna be like, "You're all right with us."
That's fine. I'm just saying I'm not going.
Why you gotta be all judgy?
Hey, you do that. You put
I'm
on
not
a
being
hey,
judgy.
you put
I'm
on
saying
a
I'm not going.
you put on a pair of
It's not being
boots.
judgy. It's just saying I don't want to do.
You don't even know the music.
Man, here you go. Dude, I'm just saying I'm not going. It doesn't matter. I'm just not going.
What bar are you going to?
It's just like if somebody, if they're offended by what I say or whatever, what they do, they can turn the channel. They don't have to watch me. Just like if I don't want to hang out with a country and hear country music, I don't go to a country bar.
Hey, so you've lost, or not lost, but you've had women not talk to you because you don't listen to country?
Yeah.
I can respect that.
People got principles.
Okay.
And just like, hey, I got principles. They blame it on me, though. It's my fault.
Of course. We're men.
Yeah.
It's all our fault.
I can't help it. I stick to my guns.
It's a big no-no right now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, but I'm just saying, you can listen to it all you want. You can go hang out at the country bar all you want.
I do.
I'm not going with you.
You don't hang out in no country bars.
You have no idea, James. You have no clue.
We just celebrated a victory in the chat because you went to the movie theater.
You damn right. I hadn't been in a movie theater since 2018. Dude, I even bought all right, this is what I did.
Here we go.
I was super noob, bro. Super noob.
I thought you said nude.
No. I'd have been like, large Hispanic man arrested at Cinemark South Park Meadows for nudity. Yeah.
Oh, Pee Wee Herman. You drove all the way to South Park Meadows to watch a movie.
I went with my buddy.
Bro,
I went with my hold on, wait a damn minute. Hold on.
$100.
I went with my childhood friend that we've known each other for 30 years, and he lives in Kyle. And I said, do me a solid. Let's go to South Park Meadows.
So you went on a date?
Yeah, my homeboy. Yeah, sure.
Cool. Pride Month, whatever.
I don't know about all that, but it was my homeboy. So we coordinated. He had to ask his wife for permission. And so, I don't have a wife, so I don't ask for permission. So I ordered the tickets, and then super noob, I bought concession on the app. So I paid for the tickets on the app. And I ordered large Diet Coke, large peanut M&Ms, large layered butter popcorn. And then sure enough, like 10 minutes before the movie, it got delivered. Felt like a noob.
For real?
Yeah, for fucking real.
How is that a noob? That's
because nobody else did it.
That's legit.
Everybody else came in with their stuff all from the concession, and I'm like, I felt like I felt like a weirdo.
Wow, why would you?
That's
should feel like
badass.
I know it's badass. I just wanted to tell the story that way.
No, they were probably jealous.
Dude, the little Cinemark girl, she came in, she had it in a bag, and she had the drink, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. I was all in a recliner seat back.
She probably walked in and she like didn't even have to ask like Paul. And she was like, oh,
Well,
I
no,
know who this is for.
They probably. She looked around. She's like, oh, that guy. I can tell him a mile away. But yeah, it tells you what seats you have, and so.
So did you buy snacks for your date?
No, fuck him. He get his own stuff. Damn. We walked in and we like, do you want concession? I was like, no, I'm good. He was like, you already ordered it, and I'm like, yep. I was like, yeah, I did.
You say date?
James thinks he's slick. I'm not falling for his tricks.
Hey,
you're learning. I get it. You're learning. You're not good enough yet, but you'll get there.
Hey, do what you gotta do, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm sorry.
I haven't been to a movie since I left Austin because I'm used to going to Alamo Draft House. I don't know if there's Alamo Draft House around.
Yeah,
they don't have any up there.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I haven't seen anything for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about the Alamo Draft House. I get the carnivore pizza and probably a water, and then I usually try to get that cookie a little later on. I try to order the cookie once my pizza get there.
You do it all for the cookie?
Look, the hot cookie and milk. Oh, dude.
I'm
I'm
saying.
having a hot cookie and milk once I get off
My
the
brother introduced me to the Alamo Draft House, and it's like
change your life.
Yeah, if it's me and my girl, we'll go there. But then if it's us and the kids, we'll go here or that Cinemark or South Park Meadows where you went to is actually legit because they have those seats that are like recliners and they're so comfortable, dude. It's hard not to fall asleep there,
bro. I didn't know they reclined, and then there was of all the seats, like these two people sat right next to us on this one row. I was like, "There's nobody here. Y'all can scoot one over, right?" So she came and she just like she knew what she was doing. I didn't know. I was like, "Why do I sit so far back?" Right? I felt short for a little bit because I got short legs, and I was just like, "Why are my feet touching?" And then she did the recliner, and I did the recliner. I'm like, "Oh my god!" It's like automatic. It just like lifts you up, and just like that movie had been boring. I would have knocked out for sure.
If you were watching Duck Dynasty there,
oh man, I'd be like,
"She cut the hole in the popcorn or what?"
That's gross. Moving on.
Extra butter.
Cochino. I don't want to know what you do on your dates, James.
Dude, I like to put my peanut M&Ms in the
That's what I do. I do the peanut M&Ms too in the popcorn. Give it a little shake.
James, get out.
Hey, don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. He's stuck at 15, bro. He's stuck at 15. 15.
You what we call blessed.
He's what the French call les incompetents.
Whatever, guys.
But yeah, dude, I'm just saying, butter popcorn with layered butter popcorn. When that was an option, layered. Fuck yeah, layered popcorn. Yes, let's try that.
Layered popcorn.
Layered buttered popcorn.
What's the difference?
So they do a layer popcorn, butter, layer popcorn, butter, layer popcorn, butter.
Have you done this? And do not lie to me.
Okay.
Have you stuck a straw?
No.
In the fucking popcorn?
It doesn't last, bro. The popcorn
suck out the butter.
The popcorn doesn't last. I kill it. I don't even get that far. The butter's done gone. It's over. But that's why you got to get the layered so you don't get a little pull at the bottom. Layered. I learned, bro. I saw layered and I was like, that's Fat Boy approved. Layered butter popcorn. Sign me up.
We got some comments.
I like to put too much butter because I don't want it to be too soggy.
It don't get soggy. It's moist. Moist.
But anyway, the butter's fine. I'm more of a salt guy.
And then you cut it.
M&Ms.
You cut it with that Diet Coke, bro.
I hate Diet.
I like the Coke ice.
I gotta get Diet Coke.
It doesn't do nothing. You might as well get regular Coke.
It's 0 calories, my friend.
That's what they tell you.
No, it is 0 calories.
It tastes like shit.
I don't care. It's 0 calories.
Just get water.
I don't give up.
We got some comments in the chat. Let's get to real quick. Carla was saying, wow, why would someone not date you because of your musical choice, Wes? Mingo said, Wes with some boots, a cowboy shirt, and buttless chaps on.
Huh?
Whoa, dude, Mingo, that's
too much.
Whoa.
Over the line.
Carla said that they have Alamo Draft House in Irving. There's one in Las Colinas.
Las Colinas.
That's too far.
Oh, okay. Oh, you in that hoity-toity Plano, right? I got you. I follow.
No, I'm not in the hoity-toity Plano. That's too far.
Mr. Chandelier, man.
Find something a little bit closer.
Mr. Chandelier. Look, you trying to show off that hog sign. Look at you.
I like having a moment here. But no, Irving's a little bit too far. I mean, it might be a workout if I have to if I'm dropping somebody off and I got a few hours to kill, but I would have to work that out. But
what if Tony Dorsett was like, hey man, you seem like a really cool guy. You want to go see Top Gun at the nearest Alamo Draft House? It's on me, brother.
Man, me and Tony we keep it straight workout, bro. So that's all we do.
You about to lie, my friend.
What are you talking
Tony
about,
Tony Dorsett invites you anywhere you are going.
No, I'm not, man. Me and Tony, we keep it professional, dude. You got to draw the line somewhere. I mean, Tony can't be all up in my.
I love how you can tell this story. I love how you can tell this story and you believe it to try to make us believe it. But I ain't believing nothing you're saying. I ain't believing nothing. Tony Dorsett invites you to Jerry World for a football game. You ain't going?
Well, that's different.
No, it's the same thing.
You got to keep it professional,
It's
right?
the same. Keep it professional. You ain't going. No, you
But
ain't
actually, if it's the football, are you talking about for the Cowboys? Or are you talking about something else?
Nah,
If the Cowboys are playing.
for
I'm
the
already
Dallas
gonna be
Tornadoes. Yeah, for the Cowboys.
But I'm just saying, if it was the Cowboy game, I'm already gonna be there. I'd be like, hey, Tony, I'll meet you. I tell Tony to meet me at the tailgate, and then he'll probably have a good ride in too. They'll probably come pick him up in the golf cart. So I'll be like, yeah, I'll ride into the stadium with you. But I got my own seat, so.
What if he's like, I got sideline passes?
No. What if he's like,
I don't want to be on the
we're in the
sideline.
box with Jerry and Steven. Why don't you come with us?
Nah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work out good.
Why?
He's gonna end up getting drunk and mouthing
I'm
off.
gonna tell Jerry who the fuck is wrong with him. I'm gonna let it go. So
his security. You ain't gonna get that close. That brother with that brother with that tight cut and that designer suit, packing like probably MP5 underneath that bad boy. You ain't getting that close.
That's what I'm saying. So it wouldn't be a good thing for me to be up in the box. I only need to be a screaming like close enough to him. I don't have to be that close to him.
Does that guy exist?
Yeah.
If Jerry can hear me, I'm getting kicked out.
Why is that? Why do we have to be that way? Like we're so.
He needs to know.
But
He needs to know
what's funny is you're right.
And he's fucking shit up.
What's funny is you're right. That's what's crazy is like we both know we're right, and we would both tell Jerry the God's honest truth, but we would get kicked out for it, and that is just crazy to me.
Fix it.
Gosh, I don't know.
Fix it, Jerry.
Jerry, please, Jerry, just listen to us. Just give us about 20 minutes of your time, and we'll tell you what you can do. And then he's just gonna laugh at us and be like, "Get your fat ass out of here."
Fix it.
You'd mouth off on Jerry too?
I wouldn't be disrespectful, but I'd tell him the God's honest truth. I'd be like, Jerry, do you want to know my opinion? If he said yes, I'd be like, all right, here it is.
I guarantee he's heard it before.
No.
You don't think so?
Nope.
You think he shields himself from it?
Yep. I think he hides from it. I think he justifies in his brain what he's doing to himself so that it makes sense to him.
Well, what Jerry's going to tell you is that he's taking this franchise for whatever he paid for it. I don't know how much it's worth now, but it's definitely one of the most valuable franchises in sports. So,
and the money he paid, and the money he paid Jimmy Johnson gave him 3 Super Bowls. That's what I tell Jerry.
He got that for cheap.
I said, Jerry, the money you paid Jimmy Johnson was the greatest investment you made. It gave you 3 championships.
My buddy in the chat, Terrence, he says, I feel you, Wes, though. Jerry gonna have to hear me. and do you think that's all Cowboys fans?
It has to be.
It should be.
It has to be.
It should be.
Jeez.
But then there's some that are just diehard Jerry. They're like, whatever Daddy Jerry wants to do, let's do whatever Daddy Jerry says.
Well, they need to shut the fuck up.
And they're the ones talking about Super Bowl year in and year out. And that's crazy.
They're idiots.
That's the problem. You have this like knowledgeable base of Cowboy fans that they have a lot of sense, right? There's probably a word out there I can't think of because I'm just not on my game, but they're sensible. Here we go. They're sensible football fans, right? They're sensible about the game of football. And then you just have these just zombies. They're just, yes, Jerry, we'll buy it. We'll buy it. We'll buy it. We'll buy it.
Oh, I know.
And I'm just saying, God, like something's got to give. Somebody eventually has got to be right and somebody eventually has got to be wrong. And I hate to say this, and I always bring this up. I hope Jerry gets to see another championship. I hope he doesn't die before they get one. Because I think he's put too much into it. And it's like, dude, listen. Jerry, if you can hear me right now, Jerry, if you can hear me, go hire Sean Payton and let him have the keys to the roster and just pay the bill and don't do anything else.
That's why Sean Payton ain't here, because he doesn't want to do that.
When's the last time Jerry's been on the sideline?
When's the last time they had a game?
No, he don't go. He's too old. I would probably say in the early 2000s.
What other team in the NFL has a cam? Like, there's a Jerry cam. I guarantee you, when like
I'm sure all the teams have one.
you think so?
You just don't see him because Green Bay doesn't have an owner.
Yeah,
That's not a dig. That's just the truth.
If they got a guy that's the owner, you always see him. You see the owner for the Falcons all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You see the owner for what's his name for the Patriots?
Patriots, Robert Kraft.
Oh, Kraft. Yeah.
Deshaun Jr.
You used to see
Senior.
You used to see Snyder, but I don't think you see Snyder anymore.
Yeah, because he's worse. He's worse than Watson or Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, you see the Eagles owner all the time.
Mingo said Sean Payton sucks. One Super Bowl with Breeze, and that's it.
Yeah. How's Indianapolis doing?
He's a Browns fan.
Yeah. Okay. How's Cleveland doing? Thank you.
He's a Oklahoma Sooner fan.
Yeah. How's Lincoln Riley doing?
Is he really a Browns fan?
Well, he follows the Sooners, like the players, that come out.
I mean, with that logic, he'd be an Arizona Cardinal fan.
So he's a Baker Mayfield fan? I'm sorry, bro.
He also said, in response to you yelling at Jerry, Jerry would say, "No, go clean the toilet, son."
And be like, "No, we're gonna boycott your product, sir."
Go clean the toilet. What?
Boycott the products while he has a, that draped over his. What is that? Your little love seat.
Jerry ain't gonna worry until people start burning Dallas Cowboy gear. He ain't gonna worry about it.
I don't think that would even. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, yeah, right there.
I think Jerry's getting upset.
Nice catch there, bud.
Hope Jerry.
A little more athletic than you think, buddy.
That's happened. That's happened before. I've done that.
I told you I got that stamina. Look at him, got the razor back. Show that cup real quick. I know you have a Dallas one.
Do you have a Dallas one?
I do. Yeah,
Of course he does. It has. I bet it says Jerry's #1 fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but outside of Texas Rangers, I got the Mavericks. I got Dallas Stars stuff. But man,
You all right there, James?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
yeah, I got my teams. Come on, bro.
Wes getting there. You're getting irritable over there.
Looks like he's watching the Cowboys.
Yeah.
It does kind of look like he's watching the Cowboys.
Hold on. It's Arkansas. It's about the same. They're killing me right now.
And the Cowboys are about to win their first playoff game in years. Oh, Tony Romo fumbled the snap. Oh my God, he's running it in, and he is tackled. Who was that against?
Why you bringing up bullshit? It's against Seattle, dick.
There you go. Sorry, man, I had to.
What? I mean, I don't even know why that's irrelevant right now.
We're talking about Cowboys.
He's just
That's
digging.
just like-
He's just digging
Yeah, obviously.
because it riles you up. It's all right. We can talk about Packers later.
Ooh, hey, that's a good play right there.
Is it?
That's a good play right there.
Are they winning?
Well, no, he went to second base and got the runner going to second out, so you can still keep the double play and play. That's a good play.
Let me check on the score for
The
the
heads up
Texas
play.
State game.
And see, the dude didn't slide because he didn't think that the guy was going to throw to that base. He didn't
Texas State.
slide.
Texas State 1-0. We're going to start wrapping this show up and get on the road.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all tuning in today. We'll be back mañana. As always, we appreciate everybody in the comments. If you left a like, if you left anything to share, we're grateful for that, for everybody who tuned in. We'll see you tomorrow, but until then, anything you want to leave the people with, gentlemen?
Love everybody.
Yep.
Dang,
Love thy neighbor. Except Cowboys fans.
Yeah, that's just the way. Like, you just don't get fans. That's why people always blow you up when the Packers lose. They just like ride.
I'm everyone's go-to Packers fan.
Right, because you're probably like the only one. There's probably like 4 in the whole state.
It's fine.
How many do you think there really is?
Oh, there's plenty.
Yeah.
There's plenty.
What, Packers fans?
Yeah.
Yeah, all over the place.
All right.
But
Until then,
how many are lifetime Packer fans, or how many are?
you know, I don't think
Aaron Rodgers?
James is a real Packers fan because I've never seen him wear a cheese head. We're gonna have to change.
I told myself I would wear a cheese head whenever I make it to Lambeau Field, which, by the way, this year the Cowboys are traveling up to Lambeau.
Mm-hmm.
I smell a bet coming on.
I think a bet
No
may be
fucking
coming.
gummy bears, no hot shit.
Well, there may be hot stuff incorporated in it.
All right. Well, I'm willing to hear offers.
No, there won't be
And
offers.
for the viewers as well.
There'll be demands. Until tomorrow, we'll see y'all then.
Peace.